Hello everyone. Wanted to introduce myself. I'm Olivia Counts. I'm owner and operator, along with my daughter Liberty Counts, of Nature Lane Fiber. We live in Steelville, Missouri, well, just south of Steelville, Missouri, on a 40-acre farm, and we raise high quality spinning fleeces for spinners and felters and everybody that loves sheep's fleece and wool. We've been doing this for about 11 years now, I think it is. I started with 9 sheep, bought a flock, and they had, I think it was 4 Angoras at the time, a buck and 3 ewes, or does they call them. I didn't keep the goats long. Goats have a lot of personality, and so do I, so the goats hit the road and found a new home, and I stayed here to be the personality. So, a little about me. I'm 43 years old. I'll be 44 in November. I love sheep. My first passion in life was horses from the age of 3. I used to break and train horses a lot, and I've owned a lot over the years and love them to death still. But then I found sheep 11 years ago when I decided to get them. I did a lot of research looking for the best breeds for spinning, because I knew I wanted to make my own yarn. I wanted to buy wool yarn, but it was expensive, and I thought, I have plenty of land. I love animals. I've worked on a lot of farms over the years, so I know quite a bit about animals. I'll just own them and raise them. So I searched and searched and found a flock of 9 from a spinner that had back surgery, and she needed to get rid of her sheep. And her husband had double bicep surgery, so he couldn't help her anymore, so I bought those. I have one original from that flock left. His name's Reuben. He was my ram for a while. He was my Merino BFL ram that I had for a while. And we castrated him because he got quite mean. And now he's just a fiber weather living in sheep heaven. So, other than that, I'm a school bus driver. I have driven school bus kindergarten to 12th grade for, what was it? I don't know, a number of years, and then 3 years ago now, or 4, I started driving early childhood, which is the short bus, for kids that are autistic or have behavioral issues or learning issues or whatever their issues are. I love it. School bus driving is the hardest job I've ever done, most stressful, but I love the impact we can make on kids. It's a worthwhile endeavor, for sure. Sheep are my therapy. I tell everybody that who will listen to me. After I had thyroid cancer a few years back, I delved into my sheep, into my spinning and shearing and everything, and I found out that besides breeding them and raising them, shearing is my passion. I live to hand shear my sheep. I use blades, they're called. Not the old-time kind. I use Jacquardis or really sharp sewing scissors. I took an online course from a dear friend, Kathleen Barger-Harbert from Herbal Made Fiber Farm in Owensville, and learned how to hand shear, and you can't stop me. I travel around pretty much most of the spring into early summer shearing for people, and I just love it. So I wanted to start a channel and introduce people to me and my sheep and my farm, because I found that there's a lack of sheep farms on YouTube, and I really wanted to, help people learn and know some things maybe I wished I'd known before I got started, or even learned along the way. Ask any questions you have. I love answering questions. And I will do my best to give you a whole bunch of things, maybe that you did know or you didn't know. And some of it's just strictly opinion. I'm very opinionated. You'll learn that. I cuss quite a bit. You might learn that. I haven't decided whether I'm going to control myself or not, because I can. Obviously, if I drive a school bus, I shouldn't say bad words, and I don't. But it's just me. If you know me, that's just how I am. So I've got a couple of videos I'm going to put on about some sheep of mine that I've recorded recently, and hope you guys like what you see, and come back and I'll post some more. I hope everybody's having a good evening. This is, what is today? August 12th. It's a Wednesday evening here in South central Missouri, they say. And here, if you can see behind me, that's part of my farm here. Sun's setting and it's quite humid. Got up into the 90s today. It's just Missouri weather. What are you gonna do? There's a couple of my lambs out here. There you go. That's Maybelle. She's a Ramadan CVM lamb from this spring. And then here is Snapdragon, is his name. He is Shetland Merino BFL, and his daddy was a registered BFL ram named Thor. And his mother was Libby, and he was out of a set of quads. One didn't make it, but the other 3 did. And I've still got the 2 rams out of that group. These CVMs have a very distinct look to them, usually. She's a badger. See the markings? Her legs are darker. Her face, she's got white on her face. Badger color. Beautiful fleece. Usually a really good temperament. I mean, just like all animals, you'll have some that's less friendly and some that's more friendly. But I hope to introduce you to all my sheep here before too long. I want to do some hand sharing at some point. I find that the hand sharing videos I've seen leave me wanting more. They don't quite explain it as much as I'd like to hear. I'm quite the talker, you'll find that out, so I I do a lot of talking, a lot of rambling, my kids will tell you. But I hope that people learn from me. You know, I just want to help teach them, or just have a good time. I don't have to teach everybody. Plenty of people know plenty, so if you just want to chat and have a good time, I like that too. So let me switch you around here. I don't know if I can or not. No, I can't. But I got a video about these girls that I'm going to post in a little while. These are my Shetland Merino BFL cross ewes that I got back from a dear friend. She had some health issues and she downsized, and I wanted the sheep back, so went and got them. The one girl here, the biggest girl with her ears a-flipping, little crooked ear, her name's Grace. She is the only one that is not that cross. She is Icelandic BFL out of some sheep that my dear friend Lori Goes had raised a while before she moved to Arizona. So anyway, hope I haven't bored you to death yet, and hope you come back and check out more. Have a good evening, everybody.